My cousin texted me a few weeks ago and saying that she was going to pick up drawing as a hobby during quarantine. And so I thought it would be really interesting to go through from start to finish in completing an art project. So I wanted to share one of my recent projects, which is called Rockabologna. First, I like to draw a rough sketch to conceptualize what I'm thinking in my mind. Much like writing is a device used for people to express their ideas through words on a paper, art is another medium to do the same thing, except visually with pictures. Reference art is so important to have, and especially for this project, it was really important to collect reference photos because no matter what you're drawing, the way that you imagine it isn't exactly what looks right. It's important to me as an artist that when someone views the art that I create, they'll be able to interpret it the same way that I imagined it. So the basis of this idea was to take a pre-existing character, Bologna, from Smite, a video game. Bologna is historically the Roman goddess of war. And in this video game, she is depicted as a warrior based off of the World War II era poster girl, Rosie the Riveter. It's that theme of strength, women's movement into the workforce, and woman power. And I wanted to be able to draw that in my depiction of her. The reference art allows me to correct those subtleties that my brain can't remember when I imagine this piece. The details in her makeup, in her clothes, in Rosie the Riveter's pose, in the way that she's framed in the original poster. And you can see those corrections made as I edit the drawing. The absence of color or the presence of color can really make or break how a piece is interpreted. And so this piece heavily relied on what types of color that I chose. So when adding color to a project, usually you start with the base colors. They apply the basic contrast between each element of the picture. It becomes more apparent which part is supposed to represent, like the hair, the skin, the clothes. You can do that through just simple contrasts, but that can only take you so far. You want to be able to flesh out these details, and shading gives the picture more dimension. It allows you to see different textures. It allows the shine to come out in the hair. The metal becomes more reflective. You can see the creases in the shadows in the skin that create that softness or that roughness and strength. Details are the cherry on top. Adding more detail to every aspect of the picture will really allow it to look more complete, as I did adding the plaid pattern on the clothes, adding her tattoos. And that not only helped the picture feel more complete, but allowed it to be more true to the original character I was trying to depict. And that's it. For the most part, it's done, and I'm gonna leave it like that. It's not gonna look great, and it's not gonna look like the way you want it to look, but practice makes better, as my art teacher used to say. So just keep practicing.